Okay, so what's up, YouTube? It's your boy Gabi, and I'm back. So today we are going to be talking about serious creators and sacrifices, meaning the sacrifices that comes about, being serious about creating your story, your series, your graphic novel, your manga, all that good stuff. And yeah, so we're going to find out if you're actually serious or if this is just a passion of yours, you know, if this is just a hobby. So basically, are you serious about creating a series? And yes, I am. That's without no thought in my mind, no second thoughts. I have no doubts. I don't second guess myself. I think that should be the number one way to start it out with. If you really don't second guess yourself, if you really think that this is what you are here to do, what you're meant to do, that you're serious about creating. But it's not just drive alone. Drive is a big part of it, but it's actually doing the work. It's actually you're going home and you're or whatever it is when you actually draw your stuff out or write your stories. It's actually you putting in that 10% or that 110% to actually do your story. That's character design. That's building plot. That's writing the stories. That's doing all that good stuff. Paneling, all of this. This is what you should do to actually become a serious creator if you're serious at it. And the only reason I say that is because there are people that they have this story in their mind, and some of them get get like the start on paper. Some of them never even get it on paper. And I just say, if you keep talking about a series and you don't actually write it and you don't actually get it out there like on paper, or if you do digital, like actually getting out there, it just becomes kind of like a bedtime story to me. And that's one thing that I've always said. It becomes a bedtime story. It's nothing but another story, another fantasy story that's in your head. Something that you tell your children when you're when you're putting them to sleep or whatever. Or it's just you or not. It's like if you're in it just to say that you're in it, so you talk about it to other people, and just to hear them say like, "Oh man, that sounds crazy," or if not, that's awesome or that's cool, just to get like some type of acceptance out of this. And I don't really consider that to be serious. There are sacrifices that come with everything. I mean, everything in this world comes with sacrifices. Like if you start a family, you're sacrificing a lot of things. A lot of people let go of friends. A lot of people let go of other family members just to even start a family. A lot of people lose hobbies. A lot of people pick up different hobbies. It's always some type of sacrifice that you have to do. And I'm not gonna lie with you. Without sacrifice, I don't think I've would have been able to do the story that I'm doing right now. And it's actually kind of crazy. I mean, I don't regret anything, of course not, because I'm always focused into this. And one of those sacrifices that I've made is I used to play a lot of video games, right? Of course. I used to play a lot of video games. I like open world games and all of this stuff. Final Fantasy 15 and a whole bunch of other open world games. I had to cut it out to actually start writing, to actually start drawing, to actually start practicing paneling, to actually start popping out pages and actually making chapters. And I'm not gonna lie to you, when I finished my first chapter, chapter 1, when it was done, I got so happy. I was like, wow, I called up a few of my friends. I was like, yo, I'm done with chapter 1 and this, whatever. And I kid you not, like 2 weeks later, I was done with chapter 2. Chapter 1 came by, and I lasted, like I say, a month or a month and a half doing chapter 1. And every day I kept asking myself, am I actually going to finish this? When is this going to finish? When I'm going to finish chapter 1, when I'm going to finish this page. Now I got to ink the page, and now I got to do this. It's just a mind block. It's a mental block that you have in your mind. Because once you get over that hurdle, I promise you, everything becomes easier, and later down the line, the more pages you do, the faster you get, the better techniques that you find out. You can start off first, pretty much going by how other people panel, going by how other people do like word bubbles, So you use that as a start, but later down the line, you start seeing that you have your own way of paneling. You have your own way of doing word bubbles, you know? Or do you just do the word bubbles, which is just like the word balloon? Do you do squiggly line? Do you do squares? You know, rectangles? Everything changes. Everything changes once you actually start doing it. But the thing about it is that you have to sacrifice, do some type of sacrifice, and actually start doing it. That's the whole case. And I think that a lot of people are afraid of actually doing that. A lot of people probably, you know, don't want to hear the criticize of, you know, that they put themselves out there to actually do this and to show it to you, and they probably gonna think, you know, probably somebody's gonna speak about it, probably somebody's gonna say something, you know, but that doesn't matter, because if you're serious about this, if you're a serious creator that you want to put your story out there, you want for people to read your stuff, you want for people to know that you can do this, just go ahead and do it, because the rest is irrelevant. And that is the truth. It's the straight up truth. The rest is actually irrelevant. And it says, are you sacrificing anything to complete your goal? So, am I sacrificing anything to complete my goal? Like I said earlier, you know, video games. I used to watch a lot of TV as well. Netflix, a lot of series, a lot of anime, a lot of this, a lot of that. I had to cut down a lot of that stuff. I'm not saying to stop, you know, stop watching anime, stop watching movies, stop playing games for completely. I'm not saying that. No way around this video am I implementing, am I implementing that you should just let go of everything? No, but cut down on a few things. Reduce so you can produce something. Because to me, being productive is 1,000 times better than, you know, just wasting your time. At the end of the day, you go and you beat Final Fantasy 15, you don't even get a dime. You know, you can't even go to a store and buy like a bag of chips with that. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, you know. But at the end of the day, you're doing your series, you're doing your graphic novel, you're doing your comic or manga or whatever it is. You know, you're doing your project can actually lead down to some type of success later down the line, and that's what matters most. You know, I'm here to actually leave an imprint on the world. You know, I want to have something of mine out there. You know, I want to achieve something. I want for people to read my stuff. You know, I want for later down the line, like my nephews or whatever, be like, oh yeah, look, this is me, the Mumby, from my uncle, whatever. You know, shout out to them because they're huge fans of my stuff. I have another huge fan as well. His name is Harley. He's actually a creator as well. You know, he be hitting me up through like Instagram. So you can find me through Instagram as well. You know, on the Slap Punch Enterprise. There you'll find, you know, a couple of images of my stuff and other artists and stuff. So you can see what we have. You know, me, the Mumby, Caster Trials, Oshimaru, The Tale of Samurai, and Historia by Ephraim Broughton, Mitsu Blinger, Beyond Perfect. Those are their Instagram. Mitsu Blinger for Oshimaru, and Beyond Perfect for Caster Trials. So hit that up. So the next thing is working with other people to create and finish your project. Working with other people. I actually have a fun time ever since we started to create this company of Slap Punch Enterprise, to be honest. I've met a lot of great people, a lot of great artists, a lot of great writers. You know, we sometimes go ahead and do a group call and we talk about business. You know, of course, when I talk about business, it's strictly business, but it doesn't mean that we can't have like fun and games. You know, we've been doing these group pictures that I've done a couple of them. There's one that's coming out for Halloween. Stay tuned for that. If you want to see the Halloween group picture, will be on the Instagram. So be aware of that, you know. And it could just be nice, you know. It's nice when you're in a group and there's, you know, fellow artists and fellow writers that has the same goal that you have, but, you know, are actually serious about getting this out there, because that's one thing. One thing is finding a group of people that do what you want to do, and actually finding a serious group of people that are actually going to get it done, that are actually going to put it out there, that nothing is going to stop them. It's very different. When you find people like that, I'm not going to lie to you, it it motivates you, it hits your drives more, and one positive energy goes into the other person, and their positive energy actually goes into yours. I remember one time we was doing like group calls pretty much every single day for like a whole month, and we passed the whole entire month every day calling, drawing, writing, and inking. And I believe in that entire month I did like 54 pages. Oh my God, it was just incredible. I mean, it was just incredible. You know, so yeah, being in group, I think it is good. Now there's writers that are looking for artists. There's artists that are looking for writers. I'll say the artist that's looking for a writer has a better chance than a writer looking for an artist. Because everybody wants to write and draw their own stuff. There are very few people that actually come to that comes to the conclusion that that their story is not up to par, or it's not so good, or it could be better. So they actually go out and try to find a writer. But there's writers that are always looking for an artist. And one thing that I have to say to you writers that are looking for artists, artists are people as well. Sometimes you have to do a sacrifice to actually get them on board. I mean, if you actually have to pay an artist, go ahead and pay an artist. If you could come up to an agreement where you pay them half or whatever, and then after the book is done and the sales are done, you'll pay them the other half. Or if you want to go into a 50-50 deal and that artist is actually willing to do it, it's all good. But always try to come into a compromise where both sides of the parties will actually be good, because it's not good when there's drama. When there's drama, everything just becomes undone, and that's what we don't want. We don't actually want that. So yeah, you can actually distinguish when somebody's a serious creator, when somebody actually wants to put it out there, and you can distinguish when somebody just doesn't. And to me, it's a little sad. Not everybody can do comics. Not everybody can do graphic novels. Not everybody can do manga. There's sometimes you have to come with that term in life that that it's probably not for you. But if you have the talent and you have the passion and you have all of this, Donnie's gonna give you a thumbs up, because it's there. You have it. It's literally in your hands. Just go ahead and just reach for it, and don't be afraid to fail. Do not be afraid to fail. A lot of people fail in this life, like there's kind of like the first time cooking. You go ahead and you try to make something to like eat. The first time you will probably fail at it badly. You might burn the pot with everything. Hopefully not the kitchen, but you'll probably burn the pot. But the second time around, you learn something from it, and you go again. And this time around, you don't burn the pot, but you actually make the rice. But the rice is a little soggy. So then the third time, you see like, okay, it's not like this, it's like that. And then you come and see, the rice came out good, but it's too salty. And then the fourth time, you see that they gotta slow down on the salt. And then the fifth time, you gotta see that you gotta slow down like on the oil, etc., etc., until you finally learn how to cook. You finally got the ingredients. But it's from trial and error. So do not be afraid to fail if that's what you're looking at. When I first started doing my project, it was crazy, because basically, my art style was way, way bad. I had 7 years without drawing anything. I mean, like 7 years, and my art was just whoa, but I didn't make it an excuse. I went in there, I got this group together, and I saw a couple of people's art, and I saw that was awesome, and that actually drives me. So I kept going through, and I kept going through, and I kept going through. I just persevered until my art is what it is today. Let me show you a little something that I was doing. This is one of the pages that I was actually inking earlier, and it's not done, of course, but here it goes. This should be Effie and Faye from Caster Trials. This is the Caster Trial logo. This is from Beyond Perfect, which is the writer and illustrator of Caster Trials that is coming out here in Slap Punch Enterprise. So be prepared for that. We're going to be releasing the first 2 to 3 chapters of every book. In total, there's 4 so far. There's Me the Mummy, which is mine. There's Caster Trials from Beyond Perfect. There's Oshimaru from Mitsu. And there's Historia, which is writer Ephraim Broughton, and the artist is Mitsu as well. And there are 4 great stories with, just great art overall, and it's just something crazy, because one thing that I would say, when you actually make a group like this, you have to treat them like family. I treat them like family. I know they treat me like family as well. I can't speak for everybody, but hey, who knows? I mean, I hope they treat me like family. And yeah, we just give each other, how do you say this, feedback. We give each other proper feedback. There are other guys, that know about story, that's in the same thing with you, so they are a credible source of information. So you just go ahead and you I don't know, you talk about your series, and they hear it and they say, wouldn't it be awesome if this, and wouldn't it be awesome if that, and they also say, well, don't you contradict yourself here, don't you contradict yourself there, or you say like, hey, aren't you like getting off plot? So it's kind of like having your own editorial staff, which is just awesome. Something like that is what you need, because not even the people from Japan do their stuff by themselves. They have a whole editorial team. They have people backing them up. They have people that inks. They have people that do backdrops. They have people that do a whole bunch of different type of things. And that's what I'm trying to say. In life, you don't always have to do everything by yourself. As long as you find that group of people that can motivate you, that are serious about doing this, that has the same positivity that you have, that has the same energy, and you feed off of each energy, then those are the type of people that you want around you. Those are the type of people that you should associate yourself with. Don't try to let an opportunity like this pass by. If you actually have that type of people with you, if you're actually around those type of people, and you see that you're not putting yourself into the situation of actually trying to complete your series, I kid you not, later down the road is going to come back at you, and everything is going to be bad. So just go ahead and do it. You're there. You constantly post it up like, hey, look, I did this, or I finished this, or I finished that, and I promise you the other person will be like, oh man, that's great, look, because I did this and I did that. And it's going to become kind of like a rivalry type thing, but not really a rivalry. It's just something that every human has. It's a drive. So that's crazy, because you start to compliment each other, kind of like, and I'm going into anime, kind of like Vegeta and Goku, right? Vegeta always wants to be stronger than Goku. Goku always, wants to fight different people, see if he is stronger than them, and he's trying to become stronger than them as well. So they feed off of each other. Goku goes to a new height, and then Vegeta meets him up there, probably surpasses him for like a good 20-30 minutes, and then Goku surpasses him again, and then Vegeta goes right back up. You see, so it's positive energy with positive energy, and that's really all I have to say. So I have a question for you guys. Are you guys serious about creating your story, or is this just a passion? That's a question you have to ask yourself. Are you serious, or is this a passion? Is this only a hobby? You got to think about that one. And yeah, there's your boy Gabi. Like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you made it to the end. If you made it to the end, thank you very much. If you have other people that you think that are interested in this channel as well, just go ahead and hit them up as well. And like I said, follow us through Instagram as Slap Punch Enterprise. And there's your boy Gabi, and peace out.